Alright, before this video starts, I want to briefly say that if we hit 100 likes on this new video that I just posted on the Growth Masters Academy, I'll be giving away 100 XRP to one of the people that liked it. So go and head over now. Quickly guys, I just posted the first video. It is going to be insane. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today guys, I am really excited and we got a ton of cool stuff to talk about, so watch it all the way through because you don't want to miss out. Also, put in the comment section below if you would like to see a Sunday stream where I invite a couple of very important XRP guests every single week, or other crypto guests, and we talk about crypto, alright? And just answer all the questions you guys have. Let me know about that in the comment section down below, and let's dive in to some XRP price. And I know that's not something I do too often on the channel, but I want to give you guys some more insights into this because, well, the Growth Masters Academy here, I've purely made to help you guys earn some extra cash with Instagram. And I think if I also possibly tell you guys a little bit more about trading or looking at these trends or prices or charts, maybe it can help you guys out. So to give you guys some idea of what is going on, I think it was quite obvious that we had a downtrend going on, but it is looking like we actually hit quite a nice support here, and we've actually bounced up from that point. It's actually right here, as you can see. It's a pretty nice support, and we've literally bounced up and haven't been going down, which in my opinion could showcase that the trend is going to reverse. However, this is just a monthly to indicate what type of trend could be going on in I guess from a higher perspective. We're doing a top-down analysis, so every time we're going to dive a little bit of a layer deeper and look what's going on. But to kind of, clarify my words here, it was looking like this, where it's, okay, you get a point, lower high, okay, going up again, and you can see how it goes. Boom, we hit a certain solid point, and then from that point forward, we're going to be seeing it going like this. All right, that's what we're expecting to happen. Now, that is just from a monthly perspective, as I just said. If we dive into the weekly, we can actually clearly see that this, what I just said, holds pretty well. And the stuff you're seeing right here is the Fibonacci from the previous move, which is again going from the, I guess, previous low to the first big high, which again can show us some retracements. And what that has shown us is that right now our move goes pretty perfectly into the zone we also created right here. And you can see some very interesting resistance happening as well, but right now we're channeling to the side. However, all in all, if we also consider what we saw on the monthly, this is still a bullish thing. All right, this is still pretty much a bullish thing, even though this resistance was rejected. I think it's still quite bullish because we haven't crossed the zone. Where did the zone come from? Well, if we check over in the daily, you can clearly see what's going on here, especially if you look at the Fibonacci on this one as well. I see it has shifted significantly. I don't know exactly how that has happened. Maybe because, I don't know, it's been on here for a little while. Things have changed a little bit. But what is obvious to see in here is that the resistance is holding quite strong, which is something, in my opinion, that's pretty damn bearish. Again, on a daily time frame, we have tested it like 3 times already. So again, it might be getting weaker. And again, the volume is not really saying anything very significant. However, we're really staying quite literally in the top channel. We're not really breaking that. So I think another more decisive decision can be made once we either test the bottom or even go for another 4th try. We could even argue that if we go down lower to a 4-hour or 2-hour, that it's still actually an upwards move, as it's going to most likely depend on where exactly within this channel it's going to make the new low. Was this the low, or is it going to go down lower even? That's what we're going to see, and that's what we're going to be waiting for. Moving on though guys, make sure you follow me over on Twitter and make sure you press the like button if you are enjoying these videos. I put in a ton of effort and read all the comments and all the feedback, but if you still have any feedback, don't question it. Just put it down below. I'm going to check it out because I really want to make these things better for you guys. Then, convincing phishing attack targets Ledger hardware wallet users. I gotta quickly remind you guys off of this, man, because I think protecting your funds is one of the most important things to do in crypto. However, a lot of these guys are not trying to make it easy for you, as they will always try to, extort your money in some way, shape, or form. Right now, a very popular phishing attempt is going on, and basically what they do is they send you an email with your name and to an account where you actually bought a ledger, and they put down there that they've had some breach, a security breach, and you have to change your password. Again, it looks very, very real because they use your real name, they got your email, and they got the stuffs, but if you check it well, I think the address they're sending it from has the D and the G switched, so it's Ledger instead of Ledger. Be careful though. Again, here they're saying there's a dot on the E in another couple of emails. It just depends a little bit. Everyone is a little bit different. They're doing it massively because most likely it pays the bills, but again, watch out for it. Then Brad Garlinghouse went over to Twitter, and I retweeted this, of course, with my own thoughts attached to it. If we scroll down a little bit here, you can see. But Brad Garlinghouse said, UK's FCA and Singapore's MAS have been leaders for years in providing clarity on using/trading assets. No surprise that both countries have traditional FIs leaning into using this technology. DBS, pre-announcement today, is a prime example. Some have suggested Ripple is fleeing the US. Let me unequivocally, again, I'm not a native English speaker. I try my best, but these words, man, your language, oh my days. I've been learning it for so long, and still there's some words which, again, are trying to make me look like a, I don't know, like a stupid idiot. Unequivocally say this is absolutely not the case. We are proud US-based company and would like to stay here, but a lack of regulatory clarity and level playing field is forcing us to evaluate other jurisdictions. And again, I retweeted that because I see this a little bit differently as well. I don't know why this keeps going on. Oh, there's something new which got made, I guess. I said UK and Singapore, where is Ripple going to be moving, you think? At this point, Ripple is being held back, and all they ask for is a level playing field. They're not trying to flee. The discussion is very open and clear in my opinion. The US is stopping innovation, and we cannot have that. So what that is trying to showcase, again, my opinion is that the Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple themselves, they don't want to leave because moving is a lot of effort. Moving doesn't necessarily do that many good things because it's a lot of arranging. And what you're definitely going to be having is, a little bit of a negative look upon you of fleeing the US. There's always going to be people who think that, right? Especially because they made it so vocal. If they just moved without saying anything, 80% of the people, maybe 95, wouldn't even know. The thing is, though, they made it vocal, they made it a question because it kind of looks like they're threatening the US as well. It's not what they're doing. All they're asking for is a level playing field where it's like they want to innovate, they want to move on with their practices, but the US does not have clear regulation, and thus, again, maybe they're going to make a move and it's going to get stomped, They can't have that logically. So what they want is either the US to make clear what they can and cannot do, or they're going to have to go somewhere else which has their ways set up. Otherwise, we're going to be stalling, for time until the US figures it out, which is just dumb. Then Wrath of Kahneman. Again, Kahneman himself is a very good economist. I guess this is just someone who took over the name. I didn't get the follow back. Oh, no. This October, discussion of European CBDCs shows Ripple playing a role for small bank cross-border transactions, explicitly naming XRapid. XRapid, by the way, has changed to on-demand liquidity. And by the way, if you're watching this far, make sure you press the like button and subscribe if you are enjoying it. Don't forget that stuff. It helps me out. It puts a smile on my face. I can go to bed at night happy. Yeah, that's the only thing I like. No, just kidding. Without context, it looks like a statement that it is already happening. However, finality isn't operational yet, or is it? So this is uni.lu. Payment today in Norway. It's talking about a CBDC token economy. Okay. Large bank correspondent through SWIFT to the correspondent bank. Small bank, Ripple, XRapid, IBM WorldWire. Finality to US local bank. Shop, crypto or CBDC to US factory. Or with a bigger loop, it can go like this. So I don't really get okay, wait, actually, it kind of depends on exactly what way they're trying to go about all of this, because, well, they're still using Swift as a top layer and crypto as a payment method, a normal one. And I guess this one is like the most under layer, actually, if you think about it. However, looking at this chart, it looks a little bit differently, because, I mean, large bank to central bank and central bank to large bank, they would theoretically both be using this CBDC, right? That's being built. But this is talking about it individually. Well, in my opinion, where XRP were to come in is actually literally if you take this CBDC token economy, then place an XRP route right here, right? Literally all these ticks are where the XRP comes in. Some might argue that this blue line is being done because all these ones, again, are what this is about. Because think about this one here. CBDC is kind of universal, but it's actually kind of limited as well, in the sense that you can do a lot with it. But it depends on who's going to accept it, who's going to be working with that. And it all only works intra-country, most likely. And that, again, is why if you're talking about one country specific, a CBDC standard without XRP could kind of work. but from the moment on, we're talking about any other country coming in or any bank that doesn't want to play along with the rules, you're going to need XRP. But here, it's at least a year old. Since then, a lot has changed, which is definitely true. So, again, what of this we should fetch? I don't really know. I was just looking at it and was like, this is kind of interesting. Moving on, why is U.S. crypto policy so important? Perion Boring speaks. The founder of the Chamber of Digital Congress on why crypto is vital for the future of the United States. You know, this stuff I think is interesting if you have nothing to do. However, on a different end, is it not too obvious why this is necessary? I don't think we need anybody to tell us that it is necessary and for what reasons. We're all very much aware of that fact, so this is not going to be worth your time. If you have no idea, just consider the example I gave just now about Ripple and XRP, a clear framework, or even what we said about the CBDC right now. I think it's all quite obvious why, again, getting the crypto straight here is a very important step to get in the US another step further. And by the way, guys, that stream on Sunday I was just talking about here, it could be any other day of the week as well. I mean, I don't really mind. And I want to know from you guys what you think about it. You know, is it a viable idea or is it dumb? And who should I be inviting? A couple of you guys have mentioned BitBoy, Moon Lambo, Digital Asset Investor. Again, I think I could get a lot of these things done if you guys just tell me, you know, what to go for and how should we go about these streams. I have some ideas, but still, there's a couple of couple of points that I still am not sure about that I want your feedback on. Ripple strengthens its partnership with SBI Holdings by investing into MoneyTap. Ripple makes an investment into SBI Holdings subsidiary MoneyTap. Winning over Japanese banks, Japan could be Ripple's new home. So this again is referring back to that Ripple is really trying to strengthen its ties with Japan. They're trying to make it stronger with SBI in that sense as well. Possibly because they want to move to Japan, possibly because they just want to make sure that their partnership is correct and holding. Grayscale, 55% of US investors are interested in Bitcoin. I think this one is pretty obvious as well, but their new study that they've done, which again is kind of dumb because surveys always, surveys like this talking about investing are always lies. Our new study shows that 55% of US investors, survey respondents, are interested in investing in Bitcoin in 2020, which marks a significant increase from the 36% of investors who said they were interested in 2019. Read the study. So I can already tell you guys, a company like Grayscale, which again is now very popular for crypto endeavors, will of course get different numbers if they were to do it themselves, but in any way, shape, or form, these surveys are just very, very skewed because you can never ask that many people to get a full representation because, well, a lot of the people you might want to ask are not owning a computer, So 50% of the US, even though you're taking away a couple of degrees of freedom, of course, because you're already using a couple of variables that, parameters that are, kind of twitchy, it's still, in my opinion, never going to be anywhere close to accurate. But these guys at Grayscale know that too. These guys are not stupid. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. They also know what they're doing. On the contrary, though, again, it's a little bit misleading for some. Then, something that's just in quite breaking news, hackers attack Trump website, ask for Monero. The Trump campaign website was vandalized by someone who loves the crypto Monero and wants you to donate. I'm actually honestly thinking, guys, honestly, and I don't know if I can put that on YouTube, but that this is kind of a conspiracy thing where the US is asking, or the IRS is paying to take down Monero. And either this is a troll from some, big hacker taking on the website and asking for Monero to troll them, of like, you can't get me anyway. But I'm thinking this is more of a, inside thing where it's either to get attention, or it is to kind of show the severity of Monero getting, boomed, kaputted, broken, where they can use some state funds to really break down Monero or something like that. But again, that's just conspiracy because I really don't know. All right, that's the ultimate end. But it's something that kind of sounds logical to me. It could be a publicity stunt there because, are they asking people for money even? Let's quickly check it out. Site was seized. The world has enough of the fake news spread by daily. It is time to allow the world to know the truth. Multiple devices were compromised. We have evidence that completely discredits him as a president, proving his criminal involvement and cooperation with... So there's no, money being asked by these guys as well to the public or something like that. He's also not really defaced if you think about it. It's just a small little conspiracy, but again, that could really have some bigger purpose. Nobody gets hacked. To get hacked, you need somebody with 197 IQ, and he needs about 15% of your password. What? That's a quote from there. I didn't read the article here that was attached. I just saw this and was like, I have my opinion on that. I'm going to share it. And by the way, I made a vow on Twitter as well, if you guys didn't see that, which was that I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys on everything that I'm saying here. I don't know where it is exactly, but you guys can see it over on the Twitter. Here's the day you catch me lying, the day I've sold my soul, and I'm not the same person anymore. As of this point, everything I tell you is 100% my opinion, and I'll keep it that way for as long as we go, hopefully. But, if you catch me, that's that. Bitcoin fees spike 198%, but Ethereum is still more profitable. Yeah. I don't really see the point in Bitcoin and Ethereum if I look at it from this perspective, I can always see the point of Bitcoin being like, okay, it's in theory good for transactions and store value. Ethereum, okay, multi-purpose blockchain. It literally has smart contracts and everything like that on top of it. So, there's some necessity for it. But in the way of, what should a crypto really be able to do? Yeah, I guess Ethereum, okay. Yet it's so freaking skewed or so freaking congested. Congested is the word. It's so bottlenecky. They need to fix it, or we need another blockchain that has multi-purpose to take over. Because a lot of them can, And you might be talking, okay, proof of work, it's not working. They're changing that. Yeah, they are. But still, it's not like proof of stake is necessarily the same way. Because if you think about how those all work, it's all about the person that's most in control will not crash it because of their own interest, right? Through XRP and XP Ledger, with the UNL, even though it's kind of centralized in a certain way, if everybody were to accept the same UNL, the way they're doing it is a lot smarter than some other traditional proof of stakes. Because with proof of stake, traditionally, it's just, the highest amount of stake is the highest amount of money, sort of. So if some guys were to just put in a lot of money, they would theoretically break their own money, but by shorting it, they could sometimes get it back, which is the same idea for, kind of breaking proof of work. Some said make Bitcoin miners, they don't want to crash it because they're going to, wreck their own income. But to a certain degree, it's like, if one big entity were to want to crack it, all it takes is, let's say $1 trillion and a little bit of faith of shorting the market beforehand and just making money back on it because, well, Bitcoin price is going to go to zero. And a lot of people will lose money that way, even though it's kind of hard to see people really buying into Bitcoin if there was a 51% attack. But yeah, that's just some thoughts. That's some stuff I've been thinking about today as well. But yeah, guys, that was it for today's video. Don't forget to check out the Growth Masters Academy. Don't forget to comment down below on a possible live stream on Sunday or a podcast or something of the sort. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.